Russia has issued the most frightening warning of the war between Israel and Iran so far, that the world is millimeters from nuclear catastrophe. Yes, it's absolutely terrifying stuff, but Russian Foreign Ministry spokesman Maria Zakharova didn't mince her words when expressing the dire state of the world at the moment. She said, nuclear facilities are being struck. Where is the concern for the entire world community? Where are all the environmentalists? The world, Zakharova warned, is millimeters away from catastrophe, according to Reuters. Zakharova also warned the US against intervening in the conflict, noting the repercussions would be extremely dangerous.
Would like to particularly warn Washington against military intervention in the situation, which would be an extremely dangerous step with truly unpredictable negative consequences. Russia notes the clear statements by the Iranian side about its continued commitment to the obligations under the Treaty of the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons and its readiness to resume contacts with the United States to work out possible solutions to remove any unfounded suspicions and prejudices regarding Tehran's nuclear program, given that Israeli attacks stop. Moscow supports this attitude and firmly believes that the desired settlement can be reliably achieved only through diplomacy and negotiations. The goals of nuclear non-proliferation, the fundamental basis of which is the Non-Proliferation Treaty, should not be achieved through aggression and at the cost of innocent victims.
Zakharova's comments come after Vladimir Putin revealed that Russia has sent hundreds of nuclear experts to work at the Bushehr power plant on the Persian Gulf. He also added Russia is committed to staying in Iran.
Мы, как вы знаете, в свое время подхватили проект в Иране, который осуществлялся немецкими компаниями, и достроили атомную электростанцию Бушер. Мы заключили контракт на строительство еще 2 блоков. Работы идут, и наши специалисты находятся на площадке. Это свыше 200 человек. И мы договорились с руководством Израиля, что будет обеспечена их безопасность.
Online commentators were fearful of the revelation, with this person saying, "Note, there are many Russian experts at Iran's Bushehr nuclear power plant. Any minor mistake by Israel or the United States, officially World War III." This person agrees, highlighting the close ties between Russia and Iran, saying, Putin's statement signals unwavering Russian support for Iran's nuclear program, emphasizing strategic cooperation despite Western pressure. Keeping Russian experts at Iran's power plant strengthens Moscow-Tehran ties and asserts Russia's role in shaping Middle East energy and security dynamics. The powerful alliance between Iran, Russia and China is making everyone in the West very nervous, particularly with their nuclear capabilities and staunch anti-West rhetoric. Senator John Kennedy says this alliance intends to take over the world.
I want to tell you briefly how I see the world and invite you to tell me if I'm wrong. I think President Xi and President Putin and the Ayatollah in Iran are working together. I think that President Xi is the quarterback. I think their goal is to have Russia dominate Central and Eastern Europe, to have Iran dominate the Middle East, and to have China dominate the Indo-Pacific, while being free to roam in sub-Saharan Africa and South America and space. I do not want America to be the world's policeman, but I don't want President Xi or President Putin or Iran to be the world's policeman either. Do I see the world in the right way?
I would tell you, Senator, that we are seeing them. I don't know specifically what their ambitions are, but we do see them working together and doing some of those things against our interest.
General, I need you to, both of you fine gentlemen, look us in the eye and tell us what you think. I understand you got to choose your words carefully. You don't want to get put on double secret probation. But we've got some hard decisions to make here. And there's a consensus, I think, in the Congress to give you more money. Because I think we need to spend more money on defense. But you're going to have to give us straight answers and tell us what you think.
And it seems US President Donald Trump is well aware of the power that Russia, Iran, China and their allies hold, and therefore is taking a strong yet diplomatic approach to this latest war. Instead of his usual brashness, Trump will take 2 weeks to come up with a game plan for the US in the Israel-Iran conflict.
Now, regarding the ongoing situation in Iran, I know there has been a lot of speculation amongst all of you in the media regarding the president's decision-making and whether or not the United States will be directly involved. In light of that news, I have a message directly from the president, and I quote, "Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks." That's a quote directly from the president for all of you today.
But whilst Donald Trump is attempting to ring in peace, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will not back down in his quest to destroy the nuclear capabilities of Iran, with or without US help.
President Trump will do what's best for America. I trust his judgment. He's a tremendous friend, a tremendous world leader, a tremendous friend of Israel and the Jewish people. And we will do what we have to do, and we are doing it. We are committed to destroying the nuclear threat, the threat of a nuclear annihilation against Israel.
And despite refusing to give a concrete answer as to what he will do in the war, the US president's rhetoric remains very supportive of Israel and Netanyahu, causing many to read into what this may mean in 2 weeks when Trump reveals the full extent of America's involvement.
Share some of what you've told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
So keep going. What do I say? I speak to him every day. He's a good man, doing a lot. Been very unfairly treated by his country, I think. Very unfairly treated.
Have you given him any indication that you may seek to aid them more than you have already?
No. So far, he's done a good job. He has been treated very unfairly by his country.